Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. And here we are all set to start off with 40 plus tournament season 5. It is today's match is going to be between the team Avengers versus team Richmond Sports Association. And as we saw on the very first ball, Bharpur got a wicket. He got that first wicket to find that first breakthrough to push the opposition onto the back foot. And now here it is Josefa and Revu opening the innings for the team Avengers, whereas it is Bharpur into attack from the team Richmond Sports Association. And the score here after the end of the first over is 2 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. The team Richmonds have started over there with a good note. They've started the game on a good note. They have taken that lead. They've taken that first wicket earlier. So it will be interesting to see that can they put more wickets down? Can they turn this out to be an advantage? Can they send more batters back to back? And right now, as we can see, is Minin into attack for the second over, just rotating his arms and getting all set for that second over, for that much important over. And he must be looking for that second wicket, or should I say, few more wickets, because he looks all set, he looks confident. And right now, he is here, all set to start off with the over. Standing there to start off the run chase, looking around the field setup. A short pitch delivery start, and there's an appeal, strong one, but no, the umpire thinks otherwise. So nothing getting this time, but definitely a great start. They're just pushing the opposition onto the back foot. Again, the same thing was happening. So Milan is definitely here to cook something really tough. He's here to get wickets. He's here to push the opposition onto the back foot. Consistently going behind dot balls, relentlessly trying to bowl the same line length where the batter is finding it difficult to face. This time just flicked it away and taken a single over here. And here we go. This time Millen is missing his line. He needs to be more accurate because he was bowling all perfect. He had bowled four consecutive dot balls, and then on the fifth one he tries to put on some variation to maybe to find that wicket because he was finding just dot balls but not that wicket. And here he goes. Here he tries, but anyways, ends up bowling a wide delivery, and now he's moving the fielders around. There's one at the deep third, where there is one at the deep fine, and rest all are inside the 30 yards as it is a power play going on, and there are only two fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. And here comes again Millen does the same. He comes back to the primary action, to the primary plan, and bowls the dot ball. And I will suggest Millen that stick to your plan, stick to your primary plan, which is giving you dot balls, because each and every dot ball always leads to wickets. And here comes the deceptive one. Again a dot, again a dot. And what a wonderful over. Except that one wide on the fifth delivery. Rest all were dot balls. It could have been a special over. It could have been a maiden over. But due to that eagerness of trying that out that variation, he ends up bowling a white ball. But nevertheless, a wonderful over, a brilliant one from the perspective of the game, giving no runs out of this, just a wide. And now here the score after the end of the second over is 3 runs for the loss of one wicket. And now it's going to be Bharpur back into attack. And he must be definitely looking for one more wicket, for putting one more batter down, for sending one more batter back to the pavilion. So it's really going to be special. Can he send one more batter back? Can he take one more wicket again on the first ball itself? Going again, a slower delivery and a deceptive one. Completely tricks the batter. And here he flicks it off, all the way going up high, sailing over the boundary ropes for a maximum. The first maximum of the match, and this one is through Rebu's bat. And let me tell you something which I observed just now. There is no fielder in place outside the 30-yard circle. Like as there is a power play going on, there are two fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. But Bharpur is playing with some different strategy. There is a slip in place, there's a fielder in place between the third and the point, and there's just no one outside the 30 yards. So the batting team have the maximum chances, just what they did right now. They just need to clear the 30-yard circle. Rest all job will be done automatically. And here we go again. The same thing happening what we saw in the first over, and the same celebration falling through from Bharpur. In the first over, we saw wicket coming on the first ball itself, and now here in the second over of Bharpur, here comes again a wicket on the fourth delivery, taking the revenge of that six. And what a wonderful start for the team. Richmond, they're 9 for 2 right now. The team Avengers are 9 for 2. And here we are back now. It's Swapnil, the new batter, and starting on strike, looking confident, ready to face off his first ball. And still the same scenario, the same field placement has been placed. There's no fielder outside the 30-yard circle, and Bharpur is set again. Bharpur is all set, looking confident, looking hungry, and we can see that on his face. We can see that on his face how hungry he is right now for that one more wicket going down in this over. And again, it is up to one. But this time they will turn here for a single. They'll snatch a single from this. And here comes again a tricky one, leaving the batter completely clueless. And now here after the end of the third over, the score is 10 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. And right now, all what we can see is in the game, the team Richmond is cooking really tough. They're cooking really hard. They're just pushing up the opposition onto the back foot continuously. They're relentlessly pushing their efforts. They're putting their efforts and trying to gain maximum output possible out there. And now it is Millen back into attack, and we can see the same. No, this time he has arranged a different setup, not the one which he plays in his first over, one at the deep third and one at the deep point, but this time it is one at the deep third and one at the deep point. There's no one at deep point, but anyways, it's fine because it's a power play going on and you can have only two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. So maybe he has some change in his plan, but I would suggest him to go with his primary one because he's doing a really great job. Like, even if Bharpur is getting a wicket, you have your contribution in that one. And here comes the deceptive, a lethal one. It is straight variation in his pace, not in line or length, and turns out to be fruitful for him. What a dot delivery could have been that wicket one. That delivery had full potential of grabbing one wicket. And it's an air, no! And there's some miscommunication between both the batters, and could have been a run out. Could have been a run out at the non-striker's end, but no. There's no one to collect it. There should have been someone at the backup, but unfortunately there wasn't anyone. There should have been someone at least to cover that. I think that the fielder at the long off should, not long off, but the fielder at the mid off, my bad, should make this note that he should have come there. He should have came there for backup. This could have been a wicket, and here the batter flicks it off into the gap, but will get just a single. What a over! What an over it is going on! What a match it is going on! It's just electrifying. It is just getting intense ball by ball. The yellow team, the team Richmond, is continuously trying to dominate, whereas the team Avengers, the team Orange, is trying to find out that stability. And right now, what we can see is Millen is back to his old setup. He has got the fielder at the deep point inside the 30 yards and send the fielder at the fine to the deep fine. So now he's back to the old setup. So can we expect all the like rest of the three balls to be dot balls? And here he will go again, a dot ball after this setup. So which means we can clearly expect three back-to-back dot balls and a hat trick of dot balls over here. So right now there's two balls left of Marines over. 11 runs for the loss of 2 wickets it is. And here he flicks it off straight over the mid wicket. And there's no need to run for that because it is going straight up away for a six. Second maximum after so long. And after the six, it is 17 runs for the loss of two. The field placement is wonderful, but just one thing what Millen needs to make sure right now is that if he bowls onto the leg side, there are only two fielders placed and there is no one outside. No one outside the 30-yard circle. So even if he flicks it with less power, he just needs to cover the 30 yards. Just needs to cross the 30 yards and he will get the job done. But anyways, now here after the end of the fourth over, the score is 17 runs for the loss of two wickets. And here we go with the fifth over, the second last over of the power play. It is Sanjay into attack for his first over, and according to the rituals, he has started the over with the dot delivery. And here we go, here we go, here we go. Some runs coming out there from Swapnil's bat. He was looking for this one from so long, and finally he gets it. Finally he gets those 4 runs. That boundary, the third boundary of the match. And here he goes, a strong shot, a powerful shot, straight through the covers, just rushing off to the boundary ropes. And a 4 again, two back-to-back boundaries here by Swapnil. The way the team yellow was bowling back-to-back dot balls, the same way now Swapnil is going for back-to-back boundaries. So what we can see over here is they're attacking Sanjay right now. The pressure which was been built by Bharpoor and Milan, they are just relieving it by attacking Sanjay. And in the air, but no, there was a tap. There was a tap under the bat. Maybe it could have been a direct one, could have been more special for the team yellow, but no, nevertheless. It's in the air, in the air, in the air, and there's no need to run for that because the intentions are very clear that it is going to go for a six, it is going to go for a maximum. There's no chance that anyone can stop it because it is going to go for a six. And now, here after the end of the fifth over, the score is 31 runs for the loss of two wickets. And now here we are all set to start off with one final over, one last over of the power play. At the sixth over, it is going to be bowled by Abhinav, and it is Josefa on strike. The score right now is 31 runs for the loss of two wickets. Abhinav looks all set, is looking for that wicket on the very first ball, the way saw in the first over. In the air, going up all the way. I don't know why the umpire is confused, but yes, it's a six. It's a maximum. The statement has been very clear. The statement has been placed over there that it is going for a six. And here we go, all set to start off again after that maximum. 38 for 2 it is, and a slightly shorter delivery, just tricking the batter. And here comes again a dot ball. Back to back dots here by Abhinav. He's trying to recover what happened in the last over. A short pitch delivery and a blistering one, a firing one, a lethal one, I would say, because this delivery had full potential of grabbing a wicket. And as it is a power play going on, the batting team has maximum chances right now to go behind boundaries with minimal risk as there's no one outside the 30 yards, so they just need to clear the 30 yards. And an appeal again, a strong one, but no, the bowler is clearly isn't interested, but his teammates were, but same as followed by the umpire. He wasn't interested clearly. And here comes the time for that one last delivery of the power play. 38 for 2 it is. Can we expect a boundary incoming? Short pitch delivery again. Again he tries to pull it off, and again the same thing happening, which is a dot delivery getting bowled over there. And now here the score after the end of the power play, after the end of the 6 overs, the score is 38 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. And here comes on the very first delivery. He just knocked that one off hard. He played it straight, he played it powerfully into the gap through the covers, and a boundary over there on the very first ball to welcome Sanket for his first over. 42 for 2 it is. A nice comeback made over here by the bowler. A dot delivery coming there. A short pitch delivery again played powerfully. There was a fielder at the deep covers with no use of that. Because the intentions were very clear of going it for a boundary, and the misfield over there at the deep covers helps the batter to gain that four, to gain those 4 runs, those 4 extra ones. The shot was minted so powerfully that the fielder at the deep covers was clearly unable to stop it. And here's Sanket going again after getting hit for two back two fours. And here comes again, flicked into the gap, straight over the square leg, going up there for a four again. Third boundary of the over and two consecutive fours over here. And here going Bharpur. Bharpur is walking towards the bowler, walking towards Sanket. Maybe to give him some advice that what can he do, what things can he try. Maybe even if we can't see that thing in the frame right now, but yes, Sanket and Bharpur are having a chat over here. Maybe he has advised him something, Bharpur to Sanket. Let's see what goes on this delivery. And here comes finally a dot, finally a dot after those two consecutive balls. So maybe something what was been suggested to Sanket by Bharpur turned out to be fruitful for him. Let's see what he does now. There is one more ball left of this over, of the seventh over. It is 50 runs up for the team Avengers. Short pitch delivery and a lethal one, a menacing one, literally threatening the batter to go back onto the back foot. And maybe this is something what Liverpool suggested. Just attack him to go on him. And now the score after the end of the seventh over is 50 runs for the loss of two wickets. Just flicked it away into the gap, going all the way. There's a fielder who trying to chase it, and he will stop it. But till then, they will take two of this. They've taken two, and right now it is Abhinav back into attack for his second over. And this time straight up there for a boundary. They're doing it really good. And here we go again. All the way set up at there. And short pitch delivery driven into the gap. And here collected. There's no run coming on here. Again a dot ball. And here he tries to flick it off. But again, the same thing happening on a repetitive basis now. and umpire signals it as a boundary. So one more boundary coming up there, and this time it's through leg byes. But it doesn't matter how the run comes unless they're coming. So a good sign for the batting team. The score after the end of the eighth over is 60 runs up for the loss of 2 wickets. And here we go. Back to back dot balls have started again because it is Bharpur back into attack for his third over. Looking for his third wicket. He got his first in his first over, and now in his second over, he's looking for his. Sorry, and now in his third over, he's looking for his third. And again, a tricky one. He's just fooling the batter. He's just fooling the batter, I would say, because right now, what all we can see is that he's just tricking, he's just playing with the mind of the batter, just not giving him any room. He's just bowling exceptionally well. He's bowling something else what the batter expects. And he flicked it away into the gap and is chasing all the way till the mid wicket, just to not give that single. The intentions, the dedication, the passion for the game to save those runs, and he knows that how important each and every run is what we can see right now in his performance. He's doing it really great. Him going again, four back-to-back dot balls have already been bowled, and there's some distraction on at the middle screen. But anyways, coming back. Here comes, there's an appeal, but no. The umpire standing at the leg side says that it was clearly that the batter was standing inside the crease, so it's not valid. Anyways, there's one more delivery to go, one more delivery of Marfu's over. So can we see a same dot ball coming on here or a wicket coming on? If the wicket comes, it would be a wicket maiden, but no, a dot ball. And what a spin it was! What a delivery! Like completely leaving the batter clueless. Leave the batter, left me clueless. And now the score here after the end of the ninth over is 60 for the loss of two. It sounds same like the eighth over, right? Because there's been no run given here by Mirpur. It was a maiden over. And just imagine getting your ninth over as a maiden over. How special is that? This shows that how much skilled that bowler is, that person is. And a misfield coming over there on the very first ball, costing them a boundary. A boundary on the very first ball. They're just taking that pressure out. They're just trying to push the position onto the back foot again by taking out those runs, because what we saw in the last over were dot 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 dot. So right now they will try to go behind big runs. They will try to go behind maximum runs possible out there. So the bowling team needs to be ready and change their plan, change their setup according to that. This time in there, all the way going up, all the way going up, and there's no chance that anyone can stop it, because it is going straight up there for a maximum, straight down the ground. 70 runs up for the team, for the team Avengers. 70 for two it is. Four balls left before the drinks break. And here goes the wicket. We were expecting that it were like four balls left, but no. Here comes Vaibhav into attack and takes the wicket on the fourth delivery and calls it as a drinks break, because it's a wicket been put down. The third one been put down of so long. There were been two wickets put down at the start of the game, and after that, a really good partnership was been built between both the batters out there on the field. But nevertheless, it is Vaibhav who has taken that wicket in the 10th over. And now it's time for the drinks break, and the score at the moment is 70 runs for the loss of three wickets. And here we are back, and it's Vaibhav who is also back to bowl the rest two balls which were remaining. And a flighted one, straight going up there towards the long on and taking a single of this. It was a new batter on strike, who started with a single. Slighted delivery again. Swing it hard, and going straight over the covers for a maximum. A six over the covers. And what a shot to finish the over. And now the score here after the end of the 10th over is 77 runs for the loss of 3. And here the catch gets dropped. Catch gets dropped at the long off. Could have been that one more blow. And everyone right now is disappointed because of that. Because it could have been an easy one. Could have been that chance of putting one batter back. Getting him departed, sending him back. But nevertheless, he needs to wait more. He needs to wait more. And here comes a deceptive one, just directed into the gap and taken a quick single, a sneaky risky one. And here it just directed into the gap and just blistering away, just rushing it away all the way for a boundary. 87 for 3 it is after this boundary. And it is Swapnil who is standing strong over there on the field for his team, batting at 39 of 25 and just trying to build partnership with whoever comes onto the field on the non-strike on the other end. And he's just trying to put his best, just trying to put all efforts in for his team to take his team to a good total. The score which we can expect right now. And here he is. He has directed that one into the gap through the covers, just going all the way up there till the boundary with just minimal efforts. Just directed it properly into the gap, timed it properly, and with this shot, Swapnil is now at 43 of 26, and he is just 7 runs away from his 50. Flighted delivery, swept it off, and a nice save, but will get a single of this. It's Bharpur been brought back into attack because the team is looking for a wicket and he has started his same ritual of bowling dot balls and grabbing a wicket. The team right now, the team JVC and Avengers is 92 runs for the loss of 3 wickets and now they are looking for runs whereas Bharpur is looking for a wicket. and there was a chance, there was a chance. The ball was in air, could have been collected well, could have been put down, the batter could have been sent back, but no. Three back-to-back dot balls over here. It's Bharpur who has conceded only 9 runs till now and taken 2 wickets down. Is looking for a wicket in his fourth over, has taken 2 wickets already. He's looking for his third one and maybe also the fourth one. And no, it's not. He needs to wait more. He needs to wait more. It's not a wicket. We're going again, just directed over there, and yes, taken the dot ball again. If one more dot ball comes, it will be two maiden over here by Bharpur. And he has played in the gap, and the wicket has been put down. It's Swapnil who has been sent back, who has at 44, just 6 runs away from his 50. But then Bharpur comes into attack and takes that wicket on the very last ball, bowls five back-to-back dot balls, builds that pressure, mounts up that pressure on the batter, and then does what was necessary, what was needed to be done, a wicket to break that partnership. 92 for 4 it is now after the end of the 13th over. And what a spell here from Bharpur. At the end of the fourth over, Bharpur has bowled one maiden over and one wicket maiden. So he has conceded only 9 runs and taken 3 wickets. I mean, he's just exceptional, man. He just does exceptional things for his team. He's just the man in form right now. Even if you give the bat to him, I think he'll score at least 50 runs for his team. So the way he's performing, he's just doing it really great, really great. And now for the 14th over, it's Mininden brought into attack. The second bowler after Bharpur, who has done really a great job in today's match as he has saved too many runs but not got a wicket. So he's looking for a wicket and he is back here into attack for his third over, looking for a wicket and back to save runs again. Has conceded only 8 runs after at the end of 2 overs of his account. And now in his third, he's looking for a wicket, plus he's going to save runs. So it's going to be something interesting, maybe a cinematic thriller is going to happen in this over. He's moving the field around, he's just rearranging the field setup, and maybe I should just say that he's setting up a trap over here for the batter. And what we can see is that it is Satish right now on strike, batting at 6 of 9, and looking around the field setup, looking around the ground, finding those gaps, looking at the fielders. And a short ball delivery, short pitched, and played straight to the fielder. And could have been a wicket as a non-striker, but that slow reaction, that slow reflex from the bowler from Millens, and not getting a wicket over there. 93 for 4 it is. Let's see what happens again. The 5 deliveries left of Millions over. And just legged it away into the gap towards the mid wicket, and again a single. Just back to back singles, just rotating the strike comfortably and keeping the scoreboard ticking. It feels like this is the plan right now of the team JBC and Avengers to just take back to back runs and rotate the strike comfortably. And here comes an appeal. It's wrong one. But no, the umpire is clearly interested. He thinks that it was either going out or maybe hitting onto the bat or I don't know, but yes, that is what the decision is. 94 4 it is. With the 14th over going on, and it's still not 100 runs up for the team, for the batting team. And paid it straight. Some sort of misfield here from Millen, but the fielder at the long off has saved it. He stopped the ball with his footwork, and wonderful footwork here by the fielder at the long off. I definitely think that he must be a footballer, can do really great in football because the way he ran in all the way till the ball and stopped the ball with his foot was exceptional. Here flicked into the gap towards the long on and taking a single. This flick the type was in the air and gets comfortably collected at the square leg. And one more wicket going down as the fifth one been put down on the very first ball of the 15th over. And now the score is 97 for 5. A flighted delivery flicked into the gap, and the batter has cleared his way. And it's a four. It's a four going up straight through the mid. And here it is, here it is. No, the umpire isn't interested. He thinks the batter was clearly inside the crease when the stumping was been done. But a fair decision by him because the batter didn't even move for a bit. Double. And here we go now after the end of the 15th over. The score is 104 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Sanjay coming across the wicket. And here it is. Here it is. A wicket has been put down again. One more batter been sent back. The sixth one has been put down. And the batter taking a long walk back to the pavilion. And what a delivery it was. What a delivery. Started off with two consecutive singles and then coming there on third delivery and bowling this delivery. A brilliant one. Just completely tricked the batter. Completely got him set in his trap and taken one more. 106 for 6 it is. And here he plays it straight to the covers, but a dot ball to start the innings. And here he plays it straight towards the long off and taking the first one. And now maybe the batter, Hayden is requesting for another bat. I feel there's something wrong with this one, which he is using currently. And yes, he has demanded for another one, and yes, he has got it. Now let's see what can he do with uh, this new one. And now the score here after the end of the 16th over is 108 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Played into the gap. There's a fielder chasing it, and yes, he will stop it, and they will get just a run of this. It's Millenden brought back into attack for his first over, for his fourth over. Sorry, my bad. For his fourth over, and he has conceded 14 runs till now. He has been exceptionally well. He has done a great job till now, but still he's looking for his first wicket. He's still searching for his first. Can he find that? Can he find that wicket in his final over? Can he find this? Can he find that wicket in 17th over? And he pulled it off. Let's swing the chart, played it straight, all the way going up. Straight over the long on for a six, a maximum coming up there against Millen. Millen going again, and this time just flicked it away into the gap. And yes, again we are seeing the same thing. A fielder from the team yellow is saving the ball from going to the boundary with his foot. I guess if not cricket, then the team yellow, the team Richmond can definitely try for football. They can definitely be footballers. They're doing really good with that footwork. Whether it be the run up while bowling, whether it be stopping runs, whether it be anything. And you played it straight, was in air, and could have been that one if it was little closer the bowler, but nevertheless, just a single of this, and now more two balls to go of Mellon's over, more two chances, more two opportunities for the bowler to get a wicket to find his first one. Let's see what he does. And again. This time he has done it. He has done it finally. He's done it finally. The thing which he was looking for from so long. Looking for that wicket from past 3 overs of him, and finally him getting a wicket. Finally him getting that reward in the final over of a spell. And now the score after this wicket is 117 for the loss of 7. And here comes the white ball. An extra run out there by Milland after that wicket. It is 118 for 7. The new batter Karthik standing on strike, ready to face off his first delivery again. Let's see what he does to open his account. Or is he going to go on a duck? No, finding an edge. They're going towards the fine leg, but no run of this. And now here the score after the end of the 17th over is 118 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. In the air, but has been sent up straight over there, straight down the ground for a maximum. Vaibhav has been welcomed with a 6 with maximum runs possible out there. This time just flicked it off straight over there between the mid and the long on and send it up for a 4. Vaibhav has been welcomed. In there. There's a call for catch, but no. The slow run up, the slow chase towards the ball will cost him no wicket. It could have been a wicket for Vaibhav, but he ran in slow towards the ball. And what just happened over there? It just looked out too confusing. But yes, it's a dot ball. And now here after the end of the 18th over, the score is 129 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Here comes the first ball of the 19th over, and no run of this. A dot ball over here. And here comes the fly to delivery in there, and he kicks off the ball. Could have been a dot ball at least, and again there's an overthrow. Menon saves it, but anyways, if not wicket, then it could have been a dot ball. But while just going to catch that ball, it gets kicked by the bowler, by Sanjay, and then it goes to the mid wicket, and they grab a single of this. 130 runs up for the team. Going across the wicket, a short pitch delivery, slightly slower, and taken a single. It's flicked away into the gap and going up there for a four. A much needed one to accelerate the innings. At the end of it, it's the 19th over going on, and it's 135 runs up for the team. JVC and Avengers. And here it is, here it is, here it is. The revenge has been taken off that four. The wicket has been put down as the eighth batter been sent back. 135 for 8 it is after this wicket. And with this, Sanjay has got his second one. He's put his second one down. And now one ball left of Sanjay's over, and let's see what can he do on that. Maybe find a wicket, or maybe a dot ball to save runs. Let's see what he does. And here we go for the one last delivery of the 19th over of Sanjay's over. Let's see what the new batter can do. And here comes the deceptive one, a tricky one, a dot delivery here to finish the over. And now the score after the end of the 19th over is 135 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. And now it's time for the one final over, one last over before the mid-innings. A flighted delivery in the air, played it high, didn't go the distance, but not getting the wicket. The batter finding himself lucky over there. And here goes again. The non-striker has ran and all. The slow throw, but it's been done. It's been put down. There could have been run. I feel the non-striker's decision of going for a run was fair enough because it could have been at least a single through byes, but no. He wanted to stay on strike. He wanted to keep the strike, and I guess maybe a fair decision from both the ends. I mean, both were right at their own decision. Like the non-striker wanted to get a run, wanted to get that extra run possible out there, whereas Ikram, Ikram wanted to keep the strike. He wanted to keep the strike, but nevertheless, I don't know what's happening. But yes, one thing is clear that 136 for 9 it is. The team Richmonds have put down one more wicket. They've put down the ninth batter. They sent him back. Now one more wicket left to send them back all out. And can we see a wicket going down again? Can we see the team going out back to the pavilion all out? And here he just flicks it away. The umpire jumps in. He just jumps. He just dodges the ball. And what reflects by the umpire, I would say, crazy. It just it shows that how fit he is. 140 for 9. 3 balls left. 3 balls to go of this over. And there's a boundary on this one. So, and he plays it high. Was in the air, but no, will get a single. Will get a single. Not coming a wicket. 141 now. There's 2 balls left. Let's see what can they do. Can they reach 150 or maybe cross it, or maybe just going to take a single double. Let's see what happens. It is directed into the gap again. There's a fielder chasing the ball. He will stop it. Until then, they will take just a single. And again, the same thing happens. Ikram again says that don't change the strike. I'll keep the strike. I'll keep the strike. And let's see now what he does on the final ball. Steps out and gets out. Was this the reason that you decided to keep the strike? Or it could have been an easy single, I feel. And now here the score after the end of the 28th over. The score is 142 runs for the loss of 10 wickets. It means all out. The team Jfsc and Avengers are being sent back all out. And now the target for the team Richmond is going to be 143. And here the team JVC and Avengers, it seems like that they have taken the revenge successfully by putting a wicket down in the very first over itself. Because this is what was been done by the team Richmond in the first inning. And now here we are back. After the score after the end of the first over is 10 runs for the loss of one wicket, and now the team Richmond requires 133 runs from the remaining 9 overs. And you have flicked it away, but a dot ball. A short pitch delivery played it straight, and again a dot ball. Same thing happening again and again. Again a dot delivery. Back to back dots here by Raid. And a wide delivery falling on over here. That extra one, giving out that extra run, which will be subtracted from the runs needed. An exceptional over was been getting bowled by Karthik over here. Was bowling too many dot balls, had given just a single till now, but ending up giving a wide ball. Short pitch delivery, pulled it off, and a single of this. So given 3 runs in total of the second over. Appeal. Strong one falling there, but no response here. And again going all the way up there, but no, this time just single, getting nothing of this, not getting any boundaries of this. And as it is a power play going on, there are only two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. There is one at the deep covers, where the other one is been placed at the deep fine. Oh, actually, yes, the deep fine, correct, the deep fine. There was one more been placed at the deep. But yes, he's been brought in, and the two people who are out right now outside the 30 yard, there's one at the deep point and another at the deep covers. This are just directed through the point and a dot ball, a dot delivery. And here comes the dot delivery. A deceptive one, just leaving the batter completely clueless. After that boundary, he's trying to make a comeback. And here it comes again. Thing which he's been consistent with, which is dot deliveries in this over. And also in the last over, which we saw the same thing happening. And now here the score after the end of the fourth over is 26 runs for the loss of one wicket. And now the team Richmond requires 117 runs for the loss of, well, from 16 overs. And simply just directed the ball into the gap effortlessly and getting a boundary. And here comes the short pitch delivery. Played it straight, sent it up straight, all the way straight down the ground, getting a boundary of that. And here what we can see is that they're trying to save as many runs as possible, just trying to get maximum out of it, just trying to save runs and just trying to do whatever possible. Here he goes again. And here it is, here it is. The leg stump going off, just leaving his place and getting dismantled. Wicket has been put down after so long. The second one, the second wicket has been put down over here. And just directed into the gap and played out smoothly, just doing what is needed to be done at the moment and just getting that boundaries for fun. Even though the bowling team is trying their best to save runs, but the team Richmond is not here to give up. They're going to try their best, they're going to go behind boundaries, and this is what they're doing. A short pitch delivery, and here comes the menacing one over here by the bowler. He's just pushing the position onto the back foot, just threatening the batter, just asking him to move on, move behind, and go onto the back foot. Just not go over him, not attack him. And here comes a Yorker, a lethal one, full of pace, going up straight up there. And what a delivery, what a ball. Strong one, a strong appeal falling up there, but clearly the umpire isn't interested with this. He thinks otherwise. And here we go, just pushed into the gap and taken a single Didus, playing it slowly. Didus trying to keep it as slow as possible, and they're just trying to get runs on each and every ball, rotating the strike comfortably, just keeping the scoreboard ticking and not taking too much risk. It is 52 for 3, and it's 91 runs needed for the team Richmonds to win this match. It looks like the team Avengers can take over from here. And as soon as I said this, the batter strikes hard. He plays it tough, straight over the covers, going up there through the covers for a boundary. and just a gentle push towards the point and was looking for a single but getting nothing of this as the bowling has been done very tightly, just keeping it really high. In the air, there's a fielder chasing, and he could have stopped it, but no, unfortunately, doesn't. A misfield by him, but could have been a stop. A white ball coming on there, and here comes again. A dot delivery this time, just leaving the batter completely clueless. Swing the tar and going up straight over the mid wicket for a maximum. And what a shot to just blister the innings, to get it done quickly. Three balls left before the drinks break. 74 for 3 it is, 69 runs needed for the team Richmond to win this match. Here he goes again, flighted delivery, just slices it into the gap, and is it going? No. Was in there and passes through the keeper, but will get just a single. Again, a slower delivery, flighted one. There's a field, a strong one, but the umpire isn't convinced, and the bowler getting disappointed, feeling disappointed But nevertheless, the score of the end of the 10th over is 75 runs for the loss of 3, and now it's time for the drinks break. And a strong one falling up there. When everyone thought it's a wicket, umpire is clear about his decision that it isn't going into the stumps. It's not a wicket. And here he plays it straight, going up straight down the ground, all the way up for a maximum. Again in the air, in the air, in the air, and it's cleared. The fences are been cleared. It's going for a six. And this time just pushed into the gap towards the third and was looking for a run, but no run of this. Will play a dot ball after two back-to-back sixes. 50 runs needed for the team Richmond to win this match. It's in the air and there's no chance anyone can stop it because it is clearly going for a six. And total four boundaries of this over till now. It is just 40 runs needed now. They're just accelerating the innings. They're going behind boundaries. Sanketo is doing that, batting at 40 off 16. Is doing it really quick. Is keeping it really fast. And now is the time when he's looking for one more. It's Moody coming in again. Was got already hit for three boundaries of this over, which is 22 runs till now. And this time a loose shot played straight towards the long off and taken a single to finish the over, and he will keep the strike with himself. And now here after the end of the 12th over, the score is 104 for the loss of 3, and now the team Richmond requires 39 runs in 8 overs. The over has been started off with a boundary with a 4, and now it is just 35 runs required for the team Richmond to win. And with this, Sanket is right now at 45, just 5 runs away from his 50. And again in the gap, again in the gap, and one more boundary. And taken quickly. Taken one of this. And with this shot, Sanket has completed his 50, 50 of just 20 balls. What a knock, standing strong when your team needs you the most, and he has brought back Team Richmond into into the attack. And here it goes. This time it's Prathamesh who flicked the ball into the gap through the fine and got that got that run. And now it is just 26 needed. Only 26 runs needed to win this match. Three boundaries already of this over. And it was in the gap. There was a chance of collecting it. At the third man, the fielder dived in to take it. But he makes a mistake and the ball goes straight away till the boundary. And this time it's through the fine. Last time it was through the third, and this time it's through the fine. And one, two, three, four, five boundaries from this over, five fours from this over. Just imagine what a kind of over it was. What a kind of over. 21 runs taken off this over, and now it is just 18 needed. And before the 10 overs, before the drinks break, it is looking like the team Avengers is just going to turn the tables around and take the win home. But after the drinks break, it suddenly happens something else. The team Richmond makes a comeback, gets back into the game, goes for back boundaries back to back. Sanket stands strong over there. He gets back to back boundaries. He completes his 50, and now here we are, where Prathamesh is standing on the non-strike, and he's just one run away from his 50. He has anchored the innings. He's standing here. He's standing here on the field since the first ball of the run chase. And here we come. The bowler coming across the wicket, and Sanket lays it towards the mid wicket and takes a single of this. Starts off the over with a single, something which we haven't seen from the last two overs. You're just seeing boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Here, Prathamesh flicks off into the gap and turns away for a single. And with this shot, he has completed his 50. 50 runs up for the team. Sorry, 50 runs up for Prathamesh. And here they have went for extra and taken quickie risky single taken. In the air, in the air, in the air, and all the way going up straight there for a six. And both these batters are going to help us go early today, like go back home early, because they're chasing it fast, they're chasing it quickly. Now it is just 9 runs needed, only 9 runs needed to win this match, and today we will go home early because the run chase has been done quickly. And here we are back in the 15th over where it is just 5 runs needed. Can we see those 5 runs coming off just the first ball? Just directed into the gap through the point, but will get just a single. More 4 needed. And now it is Prathamesh back on strike. Let's see what he does. 4 runs needed. Here he goes, flicked it off, straight over there, straight over the mid wicket, going up for a six, and with this the match has been done. The match has been done. The Team Richmond have won this game by 7 wickets. They've turned the table around and taken the win home. And with this, we're signing off for the day with your commentator Janmesh Kokade. Thank you.